I mean, I swear, if they ruin Jameis, if Jameis Winston all of a sudden just starts throwing checkdowns, like I'm gonna be kind of upset because like there's something about Jameis that I like where he just he'll throw you the occasional pick, but he'll throw you like one crazy pass too.
Just running down Aaron Rodgers going.
And then Will Fuller, and he grabs his knee. Will Fuller grabs his knee, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm out for another season."
Guys, remember in the group chat when the before Todd Gurley scored that touchdown, you were just like, the COVID, what'd you say? The pick is on life support right now, and I said, I texted you, Matthew Stafford's about to pull a comeback. Believe in the pick. And then what exactly happened? So with just how amazing that was, I guess Ben DiNucci. I mean, I'm a Carson Wentz hater. Do I think he's worse than Ben DiNucci? No. But I mean, maybe for this one game he will be. So hey, let's go with the pick. Fuck it, dude. Cowboys.
Here's out here. Taysom Hill's played every position other than offensive line. Why don't we put him at fucking center? Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Muffed Podcast. As always, my name is Boaz, and I'm joined by Aaron. And welcome back, Lemeter. What's up, guys?
Jeff Wilson is the best running back of all time.
Oh, shit. Jeff Wilson. Are we going to trade him to the Dolphins next year, and then he's going to suck ass?
Whoa, are you taking shots at my boy Matty Breida?
No, I'm just saying that's just like the cycle. Kyle Shanahan every year. We're gonna get one running back to be really good, and then trade him away to the Dolphins.
I'm gonna buy a Jeff Wilson jersey, and if that happens, it's just whoever I buy a jersey of. So
he's a future Dolphins player.
I can't believe Jordan Howard and Matt Breida were like the two big free agents they got. And, like neither one of them have done anything. It's become
Gaskin is pretty good though. He's carrying my
who would have thought? Who the fuck would have thought that Gaskin?
Look. Gaskin is on my fantasy team. Yes, but Gaskin's on that team, and Gaskin was on bye. And the combined total my running backs put up this week?
3 points.
Combined 1 point, one elite point from two running backs.
That's better than zero. Better than zero though. You got to think of the bright side. Last half.
I started in my family league. I started Cam Newton in fantasy.
Oh.
And I had Tyler Lockett on my bench, and guess what? I still won. So
I benched Cam for Herbert.
Benched Cam for very good. That was good.
Aaron's luck this week. I started AJ Dillon and Jerick McKinnon.
Man,
Aaron's luck.
That's not really luck. That's not really luck.
And I was gonna trade you Herbust, man. You're just not a big Herbust guy. I know.
No, I mean, I told you I didn't need him. I didn't need him, and I didn't.
That's true.
So.
I mean, that's a solid point. But we've all kind of just became Lemeter at this point. No more fantasy football talk. Let's get into some real football. Let's get into the episode. As per usual, we'll start off every episode with our highlights of the week. Aaron, why don't you take us away?
All right. Well, my highlight of the week is the Los Angeles Dodgers have ended their World Series drought and are the 2020 Corona shortened year champions, which honestly kind of makes me want to throw up because the Lakers won like 2 weeks ago.
Asterisk as well there.
No, the Lakers don't give an asterisk.
They got the NBA Rec League trophy.
The Lakers won like 2 weeks ago, and then the Dodgers just won. I mean, it's a great time to be an LA sports fan. But also, there's a big story from that game is Justin Turner, Dodgers third baseman, actually had a positive coronavirus test that came back in the middle of the game, and he played 7 innings, and then they pulled him, and then they told him to go isolate, and then he just comes back and then celebrates with the team anyway.
So fuck it, I don't care. Yeah.
He kissed his wife. He kissed his wife.
I know.
Not even his wife. I think the funny thing is as Rod Manfred he's talking about how we went through the season and how proud he is of all the players and stuff like that. Fucking this dude's around everyone just fucking celebrating, coughing all over them. Like how funny would it be in 2 days, whatever they say, the whole fucking team has to isolate now. They can't even get their trophy or whatever, or they can't get the rings because they got to isolate because the whole fucking team got coronavirus.
I mean, in defense of Justin Turner, if he's played 7 innings with coronavirus, most likely the entire team has it now or won't have it.
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything, honestly. But I still think it's very stupid, and also that's why the NBA's managed the coronavirus the best, because in the NBA that shit would not happen.
It wouldn't happen in the NFL either.
Well, no, the NBA, LeBron would have cut you if he anyone on the Lakers did that. LeBron would have cut him on the spot, on the podium. He would have
100%.
cut him. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, that's my highlight of the week. Dodgers are the 2020 coronavirus champions, and it's an asterisk, and it only would not have been the asterisk if the A's won. So, there we go.
I agree. I like that. All right, Lemeter.
Right. So, some soccer news. Manchester United won 5-0 in the Champions League. Their second win in a row. on their return to the Champions League. So that's irrelevant, but just a little.
What's going on with that guy in Madrid? Isn't there some dude over there who's pissed off? Like they're not playing him or something. Like they're not passing him the ball or some shit. I saw some headline.
Oh, you know what happened? Yes, that was in my highlight, but I'll talk about it because it's pretty funny.
I know.
So Real Madrid, really good team, right? So their
Ronaldo's
striker, yes, Ronaldo's ex. Their striker, his name is Karim Benzema. And he's teammates with this guy named Ferland Mendy, who's also French. Both of them are French. And they have this dude named Vinicius. He's Brazilian. And Real Madrid were losing 2-0 at halftime. And Karim Benzema goes to Ferland Mendy and says in French, yo, don't pass Vinicius the ball. I swear on my mom, he's playing for the other team. Oh. And in the middle of the tunnel, he's caught on the camera saying that.
Oh my God. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, I just saw that on Twitter. I saw people talk. I was like, I don't know what it is. Yeah. And I needed our resident soccer expert to help me out with that.
It was pretty comedy.
That's bad. And they didn't even blur it out. I like how they didn't even blur it out in the broadcast. Like they just said, "Fuck it." I mean, let's leave it in.
Yeah, I was watching Mendy. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was gonna say I was watching the Chelsea. I believe what was it? Who were they playing yesterday?
I know Krasnodar, or something like that. Some Turkish
something like
team,
that.
I believe.
So yeah, I was watching that game while I was eating dinner. So soccer points for me. Let's go.
Oh
yes. And the funny part is the second goal was actually not Vinicius's fault. He was playing badly. He was having a bad game, horrible game. The second game was actually Ferland Mendy's fault, the guy who Benzema went up to.
Yeah, but that's his boy. You can't shit on your boy. You can't. No, I like that because soccer's had a thing with that because I think when the U.S. played Mexico or some shit like that, I feel like the fans were shouting like Spanish expletives and like the U.S. broadcast, I think like they didn't translate it. They didn't realize what they were saying, like what the fans were like chanting. So they just left it in. So like it was just like fuck your mom or like something like it, some shit like that.
Hey, football fans are kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
Just,
of course.
Yeah, football, please, and
football.
Emphasis on the U. Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
I got a little bit. I don't know if this is the highlight. This is I guess a low light, but kind of a funny one. Coronavirus with Wisconsin. So first, their starting quarterback gets injured, so they got to put in Graham Mertz. This guy goes off. It fucking almost has like one incompletion. Those for like 5 touchdowns or something like that. Then gets coronavirus. The Big Ten, how they just got in, that was a whole big deal. Syria brought them back. And the whole thing was
shout out Syria.
But yes, exactly. But the thing is that what the Big Ten did, just to be super cautious, is that if you get coronavirus, you have to wait 21 days before you can return. And then apparently the backup quarterback, so I guess it's the third string quarterback, also now tested for coronavirus. So the third string quarterback, so now they're on their fourth string. And Wisconsin is pretty much they might be dropping out of the game. Like apparently because like they're just like, we're not ready, we can't play this, so we're just not gonna play against Nebraska. We're just gonna sit out for 21 days.
I think they're planning on what's it called?
Postponing it. Yeah, something like that.
Postponing it.
I saw postponing it as one option, then one option was just to be like, fuck it, whatever, we'll just skip this game, like we won't play it. So I guess it'd be like
that's going to be detrimental to their playoff chances.
Were they really going to make the playoffs?
They're a good team. They're a good team.
They are, but you got to be top 4 to make the playoffs.
My Big Ten rankings are Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio State third.
Ohio State, yeah, that's a crack take right there. I don't know about that.
Yeah, man, that's a total crack take. College football guys, hey, something I watch.
And then the other one I have is for Patriots fans talking about, because my whole theme is to be coronavirus. Patriots fans talking about Cam Newton having COVID brain. Cam Newton has been bad ever since he got coronavirus, and that actually Roger Goodell is against the Patriots. He actually gave Stephon Gilmore and Cam Newton coronavirus so that they both have COVID brain, so that they'd both be playing bad. And Stephon Gilmore wasn't playing that bad, but that whole highlight was trending of George Kittle beating him off the line. So COVID brain, COVID brain. You just got to blame it on that. I like that.
Or you can say George Kittle is a good.
I like that. I like that perspective now. I think anytime something like bad happens, I'll just be like COVID brain. Like even if the guy doesn't have it, like maybe he's asymptomatic COVID brain. Like if I have a bad moment, like if I forget something, I feel like like in a class, like a test, I'd be like, oh, I was just asymptomatic COVID brain. Not my fault. COVID brain might be something I gotta use. All right, that's our highlights of the week. Let's move on to an OG segment. If you've been a long time listener of the Muffed Podcast, you probably remember this one. And I don't know if you were around when we were doing this. I think you might have. This might predate the 3 of us. being together on the Muffed Podcast. It might be just when it was me, Lameter, maybe even Chris, maybe. But I don't know.
Threesome.
Don't say
What?
that makes it sound weird. I'm talking about, of course, rumor review. So I mean, let's just explain the segment. I'm gonna, week 8 is I believe the 3rd is the trade deadline, right before
Tuesday.
Or no, on the day. Yeah, on the day of the election, the 3rd. So that's the trade deadline, and I'm gonna pretty much read out some of the rumored trades and stuff like that are happening. People who are on the block, and you're gonna tell me, do you believe it? Do you think this team might be shopping this player? Do you think this player is gonna get traded, or do you think this is bullshit? It's never gonna happen. I mean, it's smoke screen maybe, or the person who's reporting it is just trying to get some views. I'll start off. We're gonna start off with some players who are maybe more likely to get traded, and then as we progress, some higher name players will be towards the bottom. So I'll start off with the first one is the Bengals shopping AJ Green. Where do you rank them? You got 3 options. Not going to happen. They're probably shopping him, or you think he's going to get traded. Aaron, let's start with you.
This one's tough because I feel like AJ Green, did they franchise tag him this year?
I'm not sure. Did they?
Lemeter's not going to say okay.
Yes. Lemeter's saying yes.
So they franchise tag it. Okay, so if AJ Green got franchise tagged, I mean, he said he wants to play with Joe Burrow, but that whole clip of him on the sideline saying "trade me," which I mean, I don't know if that's you can't really read into stuff like that, even though it's pretty obvious. I mean, we know the whole Curry Giannis debate. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, but I'm gonna say this one's like plausible. I'm gonna say this one's kind of in the middle. Because I mean, I can see it happening, but I'm not super convinced. I'm not sure oh, he's definitely out of there. Because I wouldn't be surprised they're 1-5-1. Hey, AJ Green's not really producing the same level. Their first overall pick in the draft, T Higgins, playing great.
Should have taken a quarterback. I don't know. I'm still a little bit, verdicts out on who. Aaron, who's their quarterback right now?
Ryan Finley.
Ryan Finley.
I mean, I was asking Aaron, but yeah, thank you.
I mean, T Higgins played great, but
Yeah, I mean, number 1, I don't know.
For number 1 though. All right, Lameter.
Yeah, all right, Lameter.
Right. I'm gonna agree with Aaron. I'd say it's down the middle. If they get an offer, I don't think they say no, but I don't think they're putting him out there 7th rounder. Sure, give me 7th round. No, I don't think they'll trade him for bag chips. Bill O'Brien. But the thing is, he's been getting a lot of targets recently, 20 targets in the last 2 games. So I don't think that's a sign. Yeah.
Up his trade value?
No, or they're just trying to implement him into the offense.
It's it could go either way. I didn't realize that Lameter was so if they're in the franchise tag, that means next year they got to give him a contract. So I mean, honestly, I could be if it doesn't seem like a contract's happening, and it seems like AJ Green does, he kind of wants to get traded. He's already said so. Maybe would taking a 7th rounder not be necessarily a bad idea. I mean, that's better than not getting anything. But I guess you'd get your you get a compensatory pick. So maybe honestly, I'm with Lameter. So honestly, if you don't trade him and he leaves, you get the compensatory, whatever, 3rd or 4th round pick. That's not bad. But if a team trades, I feel like the Patriots, I could see that totally happening. I thought the Browns might happen, but I feel like they wouldn't trade it to a rival, like an in-division, rival. So I don't see the Browns happening, even though they do need a receiver ever since Odell, now he's out for the season. I'm gonna stick with you guys. I'll probably stay. I'll say that they're probably shopping him around. If they're, they made it clear that if somebody wants to trade for him, they'll trade him. But I don't think they're they're just gonna give him away for whatever the fuck, anything. They're not just trying to actively get rid of him.
Yeah, and then another point, real quick, I want to add just real quick, is that the Bengals have only made 1 midseason trade since 1972. And they just made another one earlier this morning where they traded Carlos Dunlap to the Seahawks. So I'm kind of actually, now that I remember that, I'm kind of leaning on the lower side. But I still think if they get something really good, I mean, they're 1-5-1. They have a bright future with Joe Burrow. Ryan Finley, edit that out, please. So yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck is that? Is that the 3rd string, a long snapper?
No, he's a linebacker. He's a linebacker.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the guy who's gonna be the next Montez Perfect. I forgot. All right. Next, on the topic of quarterbacks, Joe Burrow's a linebacker, but on the topic of quarterbacks, I got a few guys that I grouped into the same group, kind of combination of guys who are either benched or they're good, they're talented enough, but they might get traded. Dwayne Haskins, Sam Darnold, Jacoby Brissett, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I just kind of put them all together, rapid fire. Lameter, why don't you start? Since Darren started the last one. Just each one on the list. Which ones do you see are more reasonable? Which ones do you think not going to happen?
Dwayne Haskins, I do not see that happening because, he's a young guy, but who's going to trade for
Rivera
him right now?
None. He's in
Yeah.
Rivera's literally
His trade value is at rock bottom. He is benched for Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen for an upset stomach. He gave him the shits. Ron Rivera gave him food poisoning just so he wouldn't play.
Yeah. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I see that down the middle. I could see that happening, but not
for the right price. I think you're right. Yeah.
So I don't think that there's like a team. Yeah. I think a contender trades for Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I don't think
Cowboys.
Maybe the Colts. That's the only team I can think of. Brissett, I really like Brissett to the Cowboys, so I'm gonna say pretty high chance that happens. Brissett to the Cowboys is a really good fit. And what's the last one? Sam Darnold, and
I'll add one more in just because I'm thinking about it. Jameis Winston. I'll add one more guy.
Jameis not getting traded. I think they got Jameis to be the long-term replacement for Drew Brees, and I think that's what they're going to do.
That's Mike Florio's jerks off to that idea of Taysom Hill starting.
No. And Sam Darnold, Young, right? I do not see it. They should not trade Sam Darnold, but knowing the Jets, they probably will.
I'll go. Yeah, I actually think that the Jets. I like Joe Douglas. I'm not saying my verdict. I'm not going to say that he's a bad GM yet. I don't know why, but I'm getting the vibe that I think Sam Darnold might stay, and I'm starting to think that maybe potentially speaking that they have the number 1 overall pick, they trade out of it. Like I don't know if they're convinced that Trevor Lawrence is that much better than Sam Darnold. I don't know. It's just the vibe that I'm kind of getting with all the rumors. I feel like you'd hear stuff about the Jets they really like Trevor Lawrence and stuff like that. But I could be wrong about that. So I don't think they're going to trade him. Haskins, I really think if for the right price, they would trade him. Because, it seems like the writing's on the wall. If he's not getting traded now, then I think he's going to get traded like Josh Rosen did last year, where it's just or 2 years ago, where it's just after the draft, they just see whatever team couldn't get a quarterback in the first round and just trade it to that team. What's called? Brissett, I do like that idea, Lemire, that you're saying to the Cowboys. I feel like, he's a guy who's had a lot of starter experience, for a backup quarterback. I don't think you're going to get a better, more experienced backup than Jacoby Brissett. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, that's pretty much exactly the same thing as Jacoby Brissett. He's just a little bit older, so he'd be a very temporary replacement, as Jacoby Brissett could potentially become a franchise quarterback. But yeah, I think the Cowboys are really going to be looking out for players. I don't know. That's really the only thing a team I can think of. I could think maybe if Haskins or Darnold were getting traded, I could see Pittsburgh maybe wanting to see a guy who can be in the backup who would eventually be a long-term replacement for Big Ben. But the only one I really see plausible is Brissett and maybe Fitzpatrick. All right, Aaron.
Okay, for me, I'm going to start off with Sam Darnold. I don't think he's getting moved at all. I think they're just going to ride him out to the end of the year. And honestly, I think this might be a Rosen. If they get the number 1 overall pick and Lawrence is in the draft, I think this might be another Rosen, Kyler Murray situation. Fitzpatrick, I'm kind of down the middle on. Because he's like really loved in that Dolphins locker room, but I feel like the Cowboys. They're like,
Jerry Jones was
2-4.
Jerry Jones was so pissed.
Are they 2-4?
2-4, I think so.
And with the NFC
2-5, yeah.
2-5. But the NFC East, they're like a game out of first place. So get Fitzpatrick. He could actually ball out in later in the playoffs. So I feel like that would be an option. And Jacoby Brissett, I don't think he gets traded. I'm against you guys. I don't think he's going to be a franchise quarterback. I don't think he has that in him because if he really was, the Colts wouldn't have signed Phillip Rivers. And
drafted Dwayne Haskins as well. Dwayne Haskins, Jameis. I put Jameis in just I put him in as well, kind of like a backup.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I feel like they signed him for a 1-year deal so he can learn under Drew Brees and hopefully get those interception numbers down. Drew Brees is the kind of guy to get that for you, get that completion percentage up. Anyways, if Jameis gets the turnovers down, I think he's an elite quarterback. But
I swear, if they ruin Jameis, if Jameis Winston all of a sudden just starts throwing checkdowns, I'm gonna be kind of upset because there's something about Jameis that I like where he just he'll throw you the occasional pick, but he'll throw you one crazy pass too. So
occasional pick, that's an understatement.
But I'll take it. If I was a GM, I would take 4 picks for that one crazy you're gonna get on ESPN type of highlight.
Well, that's a recipe to go miss the playoffs every year. Anyways.
That's a reason, I'm not a GM. Yeah.
What was I going to say? Who's the last guy I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting someone.
I said so Haskins.
Haskins. I also don't. I mean, I don't think he gets moved just because I think his trade value is so low. Like, I mean, like, what are they going to get for him? If Ron Rivera's just like benching him, he's just like, oh yeah,
if it is
he's
low,
terrible. Locker room
the Cowboys
cancer.
should go for him. I think Haskins is good. Like I think Haskins is. I don't know why Rivera is like that low on him because he's better than Kyle Allen for sure. And I mean,
Yeah, he
I don't.
definitely
I
is
mean,
better than
Alex
Kyle
Smith
Allen.
is. I mean, I like the whole story, but like he's just not. I don't think he's a startable quarterback. Yeah, Dwayne Haskins isn't that bad. Like I could still see him being a franchise quarterback. I don't know why Rivera just hates him that much.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen enough of him. I mean, he played good against the Ravens.
He's played like 5 or 6 games like in his entire career because like he hasn't actually started that much. So I don't know,
but I don't think he gets moved. Just what are you saying?
Go ahead, Leader.
Regarding Haskins, I think Rivera, first of all, he's a very respected coach in the league. So if he says something, you'd probably take his word for it. I'd take his word for it.
I mean, he knows what he's doing. The thing is, it was like from the get-go, like it was pretty much almost set up for Haskins to fail. Like I don't think it was ever like
no, and after Haskins won the starting job, apparently his work ethic like fell off a cliff.
No, so, I mean that's the only thing I could. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing. But like other than that, like I mean, if you're benching him for losing, like I mean, it's not really even on him. Like you look at that team, other than Terry McLaurin, who the fuck is he throwing to? Like, I mean, he's got Antonio Gibson and Logan Thomas. Like I mean, those are nice up and coming plays. Steve Sims, yeah.
Who's he throwing to?
I was actually about to say Jamison Crowder, and then I remembered he's not in the
He's on
the
Jets.
Words. Yeah, he's on the Jets.
Jets, Jets.
Paul Richardson, what happened to him? Didn't he leave the Seahawks to go to the R Words?
He's on. Then he went back to the Seahawks.
Oh,
then he got cut.
Yeah.
He got cut.
Yeah, that was a
Our
1 year.
Seahawks friends were really excited. Our Seahawks friends were really excited they got him back, but then he cut him.
He was a 1 year story, and like I mean, he wasn't that crazy anyway.
I like the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against him. All right, next
one more thing before.
Sorry, go ahead. Yes.
You know what would be a crazy trade if like the Falcons get the 5th overall pick, and the Jets get.
We're
first,
not all right.
Right?
Check, that's a little bit down the road, but go ahead.
No, Jets trade Darnold and the 1st overall pick to the Falcons for Julio.
What?
Or no.
Wait, why were they getting rid of Darnold?
Wait, hold up.
No.
My bad. I messed up.
Oh, you're saying the Jets had the 5th? Jets had the 5th?
Yeah, no. The Jets have the 1st. Jets have the 1st. Falcons have the 5th. Jets trade the 1st overall pick to the Falcons for the 5th and Julio. And then Darnold all of a sudden has Julio to throw to. Oh, dude, that would be.
Darnold isn't that bad. I don't think he's that bad.
I agree.
You see ghosts out there.
That's true, but they had a black cat there in MetLife, so spooky shit goes down there. So
I mean, he also got mono. Is that a guy you want to build your team around? No, that has nothing to do with anything else.
That's impressive. The fact of the matter that you would think that you're high level. You should be hanging around an elite crowd, and the fact of the matter that you're picking a mono like it's still like you're still in college or something like that. Good shout out to Darnold. All right, next one I have are the 2 tight ends drafted in the same year as George Kittle. And David Njoku, Evan Ingram, both guys who were drafted in the 1st round, were supposed to be the guy at tight end. Obviously, now they're on the trade, or it sounds like, there's rumors about them being on the trade block. Do you see that's plausible, or which one do you see is getting traded?
Okay, just for clarification, this is traded at the trade deadline, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with Evan Ingram. I mean, just based on the fact there's not that many blockbuster trades on the trade deadline, I'm going to say Evan Ingram is plausible. I'm going to say I can see that happening. I mean, because he's been playing not that great recently, and I mean, I feel like they would want to maybe get something like a draft pick for him because that team is trending down right now. And they want to build around Danny Dimes. So I feel like. I mean, I'll maybe keep Evan Ingram until the offseason. I mean, maybe I don't know why they need to trade him now. I mean, if some team offers something, I think they'll dump him. I mean, David Njoku, I mean, that dude's been asking to get traded for like over a year now, and he still hasn't been traded. So based on that, I'm going to say he doesn't go. But, I mean, who knows? I could be totally wrong about that. Because, like, I remember last offseason, he was like, I want to be traded.
He's got Drew Rosenhaus as his agent, which is like the dude who's like notorious for getting players like out of contracts and getting like he was the AB's agent when he was with the Steelers and with the Raiders. And dropped him after the Raiders.
The Raiders,
that whole debacle and all that. All right, Lemeter, what do you think about the 2 tight ends?
I say hell yeah, both of them.
Both, yeah.
Oh wow.
Austin Hooper, Austin Hooper, our friend Cress, big fan of Austin Hooper, and also they got
more like Austin Hooper.
Harrison Bryant.
Yes, from Washington, right? I believe from UW. Dante Pettis' alma mater.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're both talented guys, both on the move. I can see 100%.
Evan Ingram is like he's been like a few years ago. He was pretty hyped up. I mean, he's athletic as fuck. I mean, he might be the most athletic tight end. Like he's so fucking fast. Like he looks like a receiver. He just had like his hands and like he's. I mean, he's not a blocking back, which is kind of like both of those tight ends are not really guys who you'd be wanting to. They're not George Kittle or whatever. Any of the Iowa guys. They're from schools. They're pretty much big receivers. That's what they are. So I'm with you guys. I think they're getting shopped. Like with it, like someone calls them, they're not going to be like, no, we're not trading them. But at the same time, I'm not sure they're actively trading each one of them. I think Njoku is more likely to get traded than Evan Ingram. I'll see that just because they already have two guys have pretty much looked about as good as Njoku's ever looked in his career. So yeah. All right, next ones. I have the Texans trio of receivers. After getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks, and Kenny Stills. What do you guys think about those guys? Leader, you want to start us off?
One of them is on the block. I don't know which one, but one of them is going to get traded.
Will Fuller is already. There's rumors about him going to the Packers.
Yeah. Dude, that could be. Oh, that would be insane. And Will Fuller just running down Aaron Rodgers going.
And then Will Fuller. Whoa! And he grabs his knee. Will Fuller grabs his knee. And he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm out for another season."
Yeah, I don't know if they want to do that in particular. I'd go for Kenny Stills probably to be the best one to get. Will Fuller is probably the most talented, but Kenny Stills is the least injury prone. So yeah.
Aaron, you like the Saints, Kenny Stills, back in the day, a few years
Kenny
ago.
Stills, a New Orleans legend, Kenny Stills.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I like
and
Kenny
Brandon
Stills
Cooks too, and Brandon Cooks too. I can't believe, yeah, Brandon Cooks,
yeah. So yeah, I think Will Fuller gets traded to the Green Bay Crackers, but Brandon Cooks. I mean, I feel so bad for Brandon Cooks if he gets traded. I mean, dude's been passed around more than the Suns girl, if I'm being honest. And then Kenny. Honestly, don't see Kenny getting traded.
Will Fuller, yeah.
But I can see Will Fuller getting traded. Yeah. Brandon Cooks, I don't think he'll get traded, but if he does, like, I'd actually feel so bad for him. Like, dude just cannot find a home. So
I mean, it must be kind of cool. He's got jerseys from like everywhere. So like, when he retires, he's gonna look like like all those journeyman quarterbacks where like Josh McCown has like fucking like 30 different jerseys and shit. Like he's got like a jersey almost every fucking team. Brandon Cooks at one point, like if he just gets traded every year. I mean, I feel like he can get a solid maybe 16, 17 jerseys, like if it's just every year of his career, and then maybe like towards the end he gets like swapped between like 4 or 5 different teams, like they're just practice squads and shit like that. That's the silver lining for that. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Will Fuller to the Packers is interesting, but I think I think he probably would be the highest compensation for him. And the weird thing is Will Fuller, I don't know why, but in my head he feels like he's younger than Brandon Cooks, but they were drafted in the same year too, so like they're the same age. Brandon Cooks is just
Kenny Stills actually the oldest, I think.
He is the oldest, yeah. It's just Brandon Cooks has just been passed around so much that it feels like he's like old as fuck. Like he's getting treated like a journeyman, so like you feel like, oh, he must be like in his 30s already. And I think he's like 27, 28. So yeah. Brandon Cooks just feels so tradable, so that's why I would go with if anyone's getting traded is Brandon Cooks, just because it's like I feel like a GM would be like, I mean, he gets traded every year, like, might as well trade him. Will Fuller to the Packers is interesting. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like the Packers are just too stingy, and they're like, oh, we'll just draft like 3 more tight ends next year. It's no big deal. We can compensate for receiver by drafting 3 more blocking tight ends from D2 schools. Shout out Jay Sternberger, and he got a touchdown last week or 2 weeks ago, I think. But
last week,
yeah.
Still think it's Jacob Hollister.
He is Jacob Hollister. Just Has anyone seen him in the same room? I haven't. Yeah. You have him either? Are they the same?
No, I have not.
Can you back it up? Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, it's photoshopped.
We can do a real quick one. We could just do a fast one. All the Falcons dudes: Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Alex Mack. Julio. All right. I don't think Calvin Ridley's getting traded. Julio, Lemeter, yes or no?
No.
But you said maybe next year at the draft.
Next year, yeah.
Okay, Aaron.
Yeah. No, Julio. They're definitely not dealing Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
Matty, I see.
Alex
Okay.
Mack. I mean,
I'm saying Julio. Maybe. I think if they get I feel like if they get 2 first rounders, if they get like some Stephon Diggs level type compensation, I feel like maybe they're at the point where they're maybe like, fuck it, let's just break everything apart. Like, what's the point of keeping an Asian receiver? You might as well just capitalize on his trade value. He is the face of the franchise, kind of him and Matty Ice. Matt Ryan, I could also see him getting traded. I feel like that's going to be more in the offseason than it would be now, just because like if they get traded, like if they trade Matt Ryan right now, they're going to tank. Like they're going to be so awful without like their starting quarterback there. So I don't think Matt Ryan is as likely. Lemeter, what do you think about Matt Ryan?
Not happening.
Not even in the offseason, or just not happening?
Maybe in the offseason, but not right now.
Okay. What about Alex Mack, the last one?
I don't think the Falcons trade anybody, to be honest.
Okay, just so you're not buying. You're not buying the whole rumor. You're not buying the whole thing that the Falcons are sellers.
Fire sale? No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not.
Aaron, what about you?
Matt Ryan, no, I don't think he's going. Alex Mack, I think he could possibly get traded. Maybe.
I can see out of the three of them, I think Alex Mack makes the most sense just because it's like if you're just dumping dudes, Alex Mack would be the guy to dump.
Yeah, probably, but yeah.
Okay.
Can I have screen sharing access real quick?
Oh yes. Let's see. How the fuck do I do
that? Where the hell is Zoom?
I see.
Hold up, let me find my Zoom real quick.
What?
Bitch,
I think I make you co-host. Let's see that happen. Does that change anything?
Yeah, make me co-host.
Okay, I did that. Let's see that does it. Okay.
Damn. Freaking J. Say who this is. But what the hell is happening? Give me a second. I'm trying to
lagging really bad. I mean, it's cool. We cannot do it. That's. I mean, we could do it at the end as well. We can save it.
I got it. There we go. I got it.
You're glitching the fuck out right now.
Yeah, you're glitching for me as well too. I thought that was on my end. I was literally getting scared because it's always been on my end. So I'm like, fuck, is that me? It's good. It's good.
You can get high off
Give me a second. It's not working. I can't screen share.
We could do it at the end.
I'll show you.
They look the same. There's nothing to prove. All white people look the same.
There's really nothing. I agree with Aaron. White people look exactly the same. It's
like sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit, what's up, Boaz? And I'm like, oh wait.
It's like sourdough or white bread. Aaron, I'm with you. Sourdough, white bread. If you cut off the crust, it looks the same.
I can't make that joke. 100%. I can't make that joke.
Yeah, that'd be super racist, Lemire, if you made that joke.
Lemire, what the fuck? Why would you even think about saying that?
Okay, last one. This is the big blockbuster one that I've been kind of holding. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore. Yeah, Michael Thomas and Stephon Gilmore. Sir Yacht, got to shout him out one more time, just because he's the guy who's kind of been
friend of the show. But
Michael Thomas is what I'll start off with that I was telling Aaron. I kind of see because Michael Thomas is kind of getting that Dwayne Haskins treatment where it's like every week it's like, okay, Michael Thomas should be back now. And like we've been doing our picks and like, okay, Michael Thomas should be back now. And it's like, oh, there's another injury. And then last week it was the hamstring injury. And another week is, he gets in a fight. And this week it just feels like weird. And then Sean Payton's on Twitter, like liking and retweeting whatever Mike Florio and like he putting out gifs of or whatever, like, oh, it's not happening. He's not getting traded. It's just weird. Something weird about it. I don't know about him getting traded at the deadline. I could see him getting traded maybe at the end of the season just because it seems like something's not, clicking with Sean Payton and Michael Thomas, or maybe Michael Thomas and the front office, something like that. He does have a contract that's really hard to trade. I'll say that. He's like the highest paid receiver right now. So I would say that's probably one of the hardest contracts to just move in football right now. But Stephon Gilmore, I don't see why. Like, I mean, the Patriots are losing. We got to remember also they have so many guys that opted out. They have 20 dudes on defense who opted out of the season. And on top of that, they're just, they're having a bad year. I don't think they're going to be that bad. I feel like, they'll turn things around. They just had a rough going. I mean, they're playing the Bills, which is probably not going to help them out this year. Or
the Bills almost lost to the Jets. Hashtag pretenders.
Oh,
just kidding.
The Bills are good. The Bills are good.
I'm not at that level. I'm only hating on one team, and it was the Falcons. I moved on from that. It's now the Rams. So Aaron, go ahead. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore. What do you think about that?
Michael Thomas, I mean, I don't understand how or why they would trade Michael Thomas, but I am with you. Like, it's looking a little suspicious. Like, honestly, dude breaks the receptions record and you just trade him next year. Like, this dude, it doesn't seem like he's pulling an Antonio Brown speed run. It seems like he's just playing the game normally through, normal speed. But, I think it's plausible. But at the deadline, I don't know. I mean, are they really going to trade? He's such a good talent. I mean, in my honest opinion, he's probably the second best wide receiver in the league. Yeah, you heard it here first. And I'm
going to say right now, I'll back you up. I don't think that's a crazy take.
Yeah. Anyways,
you make 7. Is that supposed to be 7 or is 3? Because you were going like this at first, and then you like combined them. 3. Okay.
I mean, Lemire is a Michael Thomas hater. I mean, he is kind of.
I mean, 3 is no. I think top 3. Okay, now you said he's a hater. Now he's gonna be like, okay, now let me make some headlines here, and he's gonna go 4 now. Okay.
Let me guess. Dante
Pettis 3. Dante Pettis 3. Is that who you have?
Dante Pettis 1, bro.
Oh fuck.
Oh. Well, anyways, can't guard Mike, can't guard him, so might as well trade. I mean, someone could use him. Yeah, Stephon Gilmore. I mean, This is an interesting one. I mean, like honestly, I could see it happen because I mean, like the Patriots, Bill Belichick seems to just be on like full like I don't give a shit anymore mode.
He's
Because
pissed.
I mean, like
yeah.
who's Cam Newton throwing to? Who's he throwing to? Who's he throwing to?
Put Stephon Gilmore
Jacoby
out there.
Myers.
He can catch. He's got some hands. Maybe he can run some.
I mean,
a few
Stephon
routes
Gilmore might be a pretty good option at wide receiver for them, honestly, like compared to who they have right now. I mean, N'Keal Harry. I mean, I thought he had a lot.
Cam Newton, a tight end. Julian Edelman, a
quarterback. Ooh. But yeah, I guess we don't have any time to talk about the Patriots, but yeah, Stephon Gilmore, I could see him get traded. Honestly, I could see him happening. I could see it happening.
All right, Lemeter, you want to finish us off? Mike Thomas, one of your favorite players in the NFL.
Yes and yes.
Oh,
damn.
So Mike Thomas? I'd actually put Mike Thomas in the middle segment because he's hard to trade. None of the top teams, I don't think, would trade for him right now. Sorry, sir, but
would the Packers trade like 3 first rounders? Would the Packers trade like a fucking shit ton of picks just for
him? They wouldn't even. The biggest wide receiver they made was fucking Devin Funchess. They're not doing that.
Yeah, he's not white,
and he's not white.
Well, Devontae Adams, you'd have probably the 2 best
whitest guy I
in
know.
the league. Devontae
Adams is white.
Only rivaled by what Aaron Jones and Jamal
Williams. Yeah.
And Stephon Gilmore, it sounds very plausible. There's someone yelling outside, so if you want to just ignore that. But yes,
it has the vibe of the podcast.
Yes, thank you. Stephon Gilmore seems like a very plausible thing. I can see the Niners making a move for him. You heard it here first. Richard Sherman, Quan Alexander for Stephon Gilmore. Who says no? Not me.
Well, hear me out.
Maybe the Patriots.
Jimmy Dante Pettis, and we trade him straight up for Michael Thomas and Jameis Winston.
Pass.
All right, do I change it? Wait. Do I change it if I put in Taysom Hill instead of Jameis Winston?
Oh my God!
No, you're really in.
So I'm thinking, I don't know, man.
Hey, right. and we trade.
Let me to the left.
No,
man.
We draft Trey Lance. Trey Lance is a scrambler, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, we draft Trey Lance. We can run a dual quarterback system with Taysom Hill and Trey Lance.
We'd have 2 tight ends as well. He'd be, you can have a Taysom Hill tight end with George Kittle.
We can line Taysom Hill out a wide receiver, have him roll, and they could do like fake end arounds. Like they can hand it off to him. Taysom Hill can throw, or what's his name? Trey Lance can keep it and throw it. I mean,
well, hear me out here. Taysom Hill's played every position other than offensive line. Why don't we put him at fucking center? He just hikes the ball, fucking blocks. Why can't he? He's
Hear me out. A play that no coach ever done before. Center sneak.
Center sneak. I think there's got to be a reason why you can't do that. I don't know if you can. I don't know. I think you have to get.
There's probably a rule against that.
Yeah, I think you got to get a snap.
Because I feel like that'd be
well, if you have 2 centers back to back, the center snaps it to the second center, and the center sneaks. Big brain. You gotta go around the rules. All right, you can come back now. I'm sorry for saying that Taysom Hill's coming to the Niners and Michael Thomas. I know your 2 least favorite players.
You guys done?
Oh wait, then we should trade for Lamar Jackson, and if we can have triple quarterbacks, think about that.
Our kick return, dude. He's gonna be fucking crazy on those kick returns.
I swear to God, no.
Hey, Shanahan likes the speedbacks. Come on, dude.
Oh my God, hear me out. Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill to the Niners.
I like Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's cool. I hate Ryan.
Okay, I think we should just. What do you? I know the reason why he hates that. I don't know why I'm asking that question. I know the answer to that. All right, let's get on. We've kind of made our. We'll see what happens next week. We'll talk about it next week. Also, it just hit me. It's gonna be past the mid-season, so we're gonna be doing our mid-season awards next week. That's also kind of the theme of the episode next week. But we'll also kind of look back at this and see where we right on some things. I mean, we were kind of all on like middle ground. I don't think any of us were really that like this guy's for sure getting traded. But yeah, let's move into
Stephon Gilmore 100% getting traded. You heard it here first. To the 49ers. To the 49ers.
With Michael Thomas for Taysom Hill.
Yes.
For Taysom Hill.
Yes.
All right. We got another segment kind of throwing it back. Aaron was for this when we were doing our kind of pro football talk. They kind of do this thing where they do those drafts, the fantasy drafts type thing, and then they snake them around. So we're gonna do that. The concept will be Hunger Games. You're gonna have all the NFL coaches. Sorry Bill O'Brien. Sorry as well to Dan Quinn. Raheem Morris though and Romeo Cornell definitely eligible for you guys to pick. But you got to pick a combination of 2 head coaches that you would want to represent yourself for the Hunger Games. So they got to survive, in the forest and all that, but they also got to be able to, kill the other head coaches and, be the last two standing. Lemeter, I don't know. I just did the lottery in my head. You're gonna go first. Aaron's gonna go second. I'll go third, and I'm gonna get it back to back. Lemeter's gonna get the first and the last.
It's rigged, Aaron.
Can I trade out of? Can I trade out of the second? Can I trade out of the second spot for?
With the first, ask Lemeter. Yeah, you can ask him.
Lemeter, I will give you a 20.
Give me Christian McCaffrey. Give me Christian McCaffrey in fantasy, and we'll think about it.
Okay, we'll have to pass. All right, Lemeter, you're up first.
All right, Lemeter, you're up first. Which head coach would you be taking, and why? What do you think they bring to your team?
All right, let's do that. One of those cool sick transitions where we just stop saying something, then I'll go snap, and then we're back. All right, perfect. Number one, I'd go Bill Belichick. Yeah.
Wow.
I said it.
That's
okay.
He seems like a cutthroat guy. He knows how to survive in ripped clothing.
I'm an old dude though.
Hey, it's okay. Bill knows what's up.
I think the one thing is people might be scared to kill him. People are going to be like, oh, man, am I going to be the guy who's going to kill Coach Belichick? Like, this guy's an NFL legend. Like, do I want to be the guy who does that?
No, the coach comes up to Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick goes, next question, and then he just walks away.
He's an intimidating guy. And what if he cuts off your sleeves with a Subway? He's like, oh, well, you're not eating Subway? He's like, oh, no, sorry, Coach. I found these berries in the forest. It's like, oh, disgusting. Not Subway.
Sleeves is not going to be the only thing he's cutting off.
Oh.
Okay. Wow. All right, Aaron. With the number 2 pick, Aaron, you're on the clock.
Hold on, let me phone my pick into the commissioner. Okay. I thought this was the obvious number 1 in my mind, at least. I mean, Lemeter went Bill Belichick for the brains, but I'm going Mike Vrabel, and I'm going to tell you why. Dude is exactly that. I thought that was going to be the consensus number 1 pick. And dude is fucking jacked. I feel like he's going to be the muscle.
Ex-linebacker.
I mean, out of all the out of all the head coaches, I mean, who else is there other than Mike Vrabel that's going to beat you up in like a fist fight? I mean, who else is there?
Andy Reid.
No, Andy Reid. I feel like no.
Mike McCarthy. Okay. Mike McCarthy.
Maybe Romeo Cornell too. Ooh, but yeah, I think it's Mike Vrabel all the way. I mean, dude's a beast. And then hopefully with my next pick, I can get someone to complement his skill. But I feel like Bill Belichick, I mean, like his knowledge is on the football field, but if you put him in fucking Caribbean island somewhere, I mean, like I feel like Mike Vrabel is going to be
respect level. I see where the meter's coming at because like I feel like people respect him. Like, do you want to be the guy who killed Bill Belichick? Like, I feel like you'd be second guessing.
Mike Vrabel said he'd chop off his penis if the Titans win the Super Bowl or something.
That is true. That is true.
I think he'd.
That's a guy who's down for anything.
I think he'd be the guy to do it. That is what I'm saying.
Okay, Aaron, you don't know. Have you seen that one picture of Bill Belichick on the beach that Boaz just posted?
Oh, I love that picture. He is. That is the ideal man. You know, love it or hate it, but that is the ideal male body.
So that is what it looks like.
I'll put it up there for reference. I know. You know, if people haven't been blessed to see it. With the number 3 pick, I mean, I got back-to-back picks, so really, I mean, I just want to make some waves in my first rounder. Thinking Andy Reid, and I think you guys are missing. Think about this. You want to be running. Well, no,
I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Yeah, I don't want any fat shaming, but let me explain something too. You're gonna be surviving in the forest. The name of the game isn't, you want to survive as well. You got to kill people, but you also got to survive. Andy Reid knows his way around some barbecue. Like if you got you're on an island and you see maybe like a bird flying around, if you want someone to cook it up, it's gonna be Andy Reid. If there's gonna be like a wild hog or some shit like running around, and you want some fucking pork, who's gonna be making brisket? Andy Reid's gonna be fucking making brisket, and I damn well it's gonna be some good fucking sauce. It's gonna marinate it. It's gonna be fucking amazing. And everyone, all the other coaches are gonna be like, yo, Andy, can I get a bite of that fucking brisket? And he's like, no, fuck you. You're not on my team. So I got that. He's also, he's an offensive strategist. He's been with Michael Vick when he's on the Eagles, and now he's with Patty Mahomes. He's a guy who can still strategize. I feel like he'll make a good game plan. But here's
my chop his own dick off though.
That's a good point. He doesn't have the athleticism there, but I think you guys are missing the whole resourcefulness thing. Who you guys are gonna starve. You're gonna Mike Vrabel. I feel like all he knows how to do is maybe put some cereal with some milk. You need someone who is gonna whip something up. And Andy Reid, I'm gonna trust he's gonna make some good barbecue. So if anyone knows barbecue, it's Andy Reid. My fourth pick,
yes, that is that if a jacked person was to starve for a longer period, they'd die before the fat.
Lower body fat. Lower body fat, yeah. Andy Reid's gonna survive the winter.
Andy Reid, Bill Belichick.
But Bill Belichick watches too much film. Like, does he know like how to cook? Like, I don't know if he. Do you think he's
Coach B knows everything.
Andy Reid was with Guy Fieri on fucking on Food Network. I mean, I feel like he would know. He knows what he's doing with food. My number 4 pick, I'm taking Sean McVay. He's offensive guru guy who he can really game plan. But I want some muscle. I want a Mike Vrabel. That was gonna be my 4th pick. I was kind of hoping you guys would both pass on him. I'm taking Sean McVay. I want a little bit of muscle with a little bit of brains as well to complement, kind of the old school mentality that Andy Reid brings, as well with the survival skills that I think he's got as well.
Another upside to Sean McVay. I like your pick there because that was my next pick. But with Sean McVay, I feel like if you ever meet some island women, you need to like repopulate. I feel like he's the guy to go to. I feel like he's the guy. It
definitely would not be Andy Reid. I agree. On my team, it would definitely not be Andy Reid.
Or if you meet like a tribe of women, if you need like if they have some water that
some
they're not
Amazons,
willing to share with you,
like you see like some Amazons or whatever in the forest.
I mean like if you fucking run into some like tribe of women, like is fucking Andy Reid gonna be able to negotiate? They're gonna be like,
well, no, Andy Reid would make the feast. Andy Reid would make the feast, and then Sean McVay would do the fucking.
I know, I understand, but what I'm trying to say is Andy Reid's not gonna be able to negotiate with the women because he's not attractive to them. But you know who is? Sean McVay.
I think I feel like Aaron, that's a good pair. I like that. Yeah,
that's a great pair.
About this. Yeah. All right.
See,
Aaron.
for me, I need someone. So I've got the muscle, right, with Mike Vrabel. I was gonna go for Sean McVay for that exact reason, but with him off the board, I think I'm gonna have to take my talents to LA, and I think the other LA coach, I'm gonna go with Anthony Lynn, and the reason I'm going with Anthony Lynn is similar to Andy Reid. We saw him on Hard Knocks cooking up the steaks. I'm pretty sure. So I mean, dude knows how to cook. Also, I feel like he's a resourceful guy, and he's. I feel like he would be a good negotiator if we happen to run into some people. And
also ex running back and an ex linebacker. I feel like
ex running back, ex line. He can take down.
You'd want. Yeah,
he can take down a deer. I'd actually know Mike Vrabel's probably gonna be taking down the deer, but who will cook that deer? Anthony Lynn. Obviously, Andy Reid is probably the best pick for that scenario. But with my pairing, I had to go Vrabel Lynn, so that's what I'm going with.
All right, Lemeter. You got your first pick. Right. A little controversy with Bill Belichick. Who are you taking at number 6?
If only Aaron Foster was a head coach, that would be a great pick.
Oh, but you can take a wolf 101.
Isn't. Yeah, I think he can. Honestly, I think I can too. But we're not ready for that conversation.
They're representing you. You're not the one fighting. You're just watching. Yeah. You're choosing your team.
All right, this one's hard because there are no like outright jacked head coaches that come to mind right now. So I'm gonna go with the wisdom is duo of Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll. Hear me out.
Ooh, I think coaches are dying first. Not gonna lie.
Hear me out. If we're running out of food, all you need to give Pete Carroll is one stick of gum, and he can make that shit last the entire time.
That's true.
That is true.
But have you thought about this? Do you think Bill Belichick would get irritated at one point because Pete Carroll? He'd be fucking chomping on that gum. Bill Belichick's he seems like a quiet guy. Maybe he wouldn't enjoy that.
But they're old guys. They'll be playing cards. They'd be fine.
I think you're right. But I think the game plan for my team would be we just play the long game. Andy Reid would be cooking up barbecue. We just play the long game. I mean, Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll only got a couple more years to live. We just play the long. We just play the long game. We'll play the waiting game. We don't got to kill anybody.
Hey, Pete Carroll's still gonna take that stick of gum all the way to the end.
I have no doubt that in his casket he'll still have a fucking gum, a piece of gum in his mouth.
And with my undrafted pick, I would like to go Jason Garrett, even though he's not a head coach. I would like to pick him just team morale. Keep the morale up. Come on, guys.
He's not a head coach anymore, so you're kind of
I'm signing him out of the undrafted.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We were gonna do 3. Maybe we'll do 3 at one point. Maybe we'll do like an expansion draft. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. We'll add on another. But I think that's that's interesting. I think all of us went in different approaches. I feel like all of us had like very distinctively different thought processes for how we're gonna go by this. Lemita's going with Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll. I'm going with Andy Reid and Sean McVay. Aaron's got Mike Vrabel and Anthony Lynn. Those, I don't know.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? I mean, I think those are pretty good, solid teams, and I feel like maybe this would be your final 4. 3 of our 3 teams and maybe one other team definitely could make it in the final.
Oh, dude, someone should have taken Adam Gase. Dude, keep you.
I was thinking about it. But I feel like he's just too unpredictable.
I was debating that if like someone takes, I had another guy who I don't mind, but if Adam Gase, I was gonna do because he's got a smelling salts on hand. You know, his eyes were all fucking everywhere and he's doing it. That like if like some like let's say one of my guys like passes out or something like that. One of my guys get like passes out like he's on. That's what smelling salts. The whole thing is like, you know, if you get unconscious, you smell it and you wake up. You know, if someone gets knocked unconscious, you're gonna be fine with Adam Gase on your team. I mean, but you could also make that world famous Andy Reid chili, and you're gonna, one whiff of that, and you're waking the fuck up. But all right, enough about chili and Andy Reid. Made too many fat jokes, man. The fucking the Chiefs fans not gonna be happy about that.
Poor Chiefs fans,
dude.
I mean, not poor Chiefs fans. They just want
poor Chiefs. I mean, their team is good. Yeah, their team is good. I got nothing poor about them. But let's get into the last thing. You know, something that's not. You know, we've been doing all these OG kind of segments. We're going back to kind of the usual. We did a little sandwich. We went with the highlights of the week, which is the usual thing. And now we're going to go with the Drew Lock cock and balls on the wall pick of the week. But before we do that, let me read off our records from last week. We actually did collectively pretty good as a team. I went 10-4.
I have a warrant to.
Okay, let me read this out and then let's. Let me read this out and let me. You can voice your complaint.
Trial.
You can voice your complaint. Yes, I went 10-4. Aaron went 12-3, and if you're wondering why it doesn't add up to 14 like me Lemeter do, it's because Aaron got he got his Drew Lock cock and balls on the wall player of the week pick correct last week by choosing the Washington football team.
How many times is that? That's a 3-peat, baby. That's a 3-peat, baby.
Yes. Lemeter went 10-4 as well. So the picks, as it stands, the records are I am 67, 37-1. Aaron is 73, 31-1, and Lemeter is 63, 42-1. Aaron is doing pretty good the last few weeks.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead, Lemeter. Oh, sorry. All right, Lemeter. Let's hear. We already got a little bit of this complaint. Like we got the beginning stages of this complaint.
So yes, I wasn't on the episode last time, and I did not know the pick of the week, and I've never picked against the pick so far, right? Mm-hmm. So I just went with my gut, and I said Falcons because I didn't know that was the pick of the week. But then Boaz told me that was the pick of the week, and I was like, oh, damn, I should change that. And he never did.
Well, because we said there's no changing. Because there's the Lemeter rule. There's no changing.
Okay, but like...
And let me ask you one question. Before we get into this, let me my opening statement, Lemeter. If the Falcons won, would you have said the same thing right now? Would you be saying, guys?
I would have. Yeah.
You would take an L. You would take an L just because you would take an L just because you want to go with the pick.
Yes.
No. I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think that's some bullshit. The thing is also you saw the screenshot of this. I sent the screenshot of the pic, what we put up on Instagram and Twitter. So you saw that I also.
You sent it to me after.
No, I mean
to be fair, Lemeter did say he wanted to change once he figured out it was the pick.
He did. To be fair, he did. No, I'm not debating that part. He did say like right away once he knew that the pick was the Lions. He did say that he wanted to change. But I was sticking with the Lemeter rule that the only time they can change is during.
So I object, and I say my record should be bumped.
Okay, so he's protesting the outcome, and we're gonna have to review the tapes, and we're gonna get it right.
Okay, yeah, Lemeter, we'll get back to you for next week, and we'll review the tapes. We got to talk with the office with the commission, and we're
gonna pull a Rob Manfred.
You guys are really rocking your respective haircuts today, by the way.
Thank you,
Lemeter. Fucking ass kisser.
we're gonna pull a Rob Manfred. That means we're not gonna do shit. We're just gonna come back and be like, I made my report. It's done.
Yeah, Lemeter. So. After weeks of thinking about this,
I'm not gonna do shit.
All right, let's do the.
We'll think about it. We'll review it.
We'll
review the tapes.
We will. Yeah, Lemeter. I promise you, we'll think about it. We'll review the tapes for sure. This will definitely be in review for at least a week. Because we really care about this, Lemeter. We really care about getting this right. But. Let's do this week's pick. Pick is here. Aaron, you've been choosing lately, and you've been on fire with choosing the sides. We're doing this week. We're going with the Sunday Night Football game, which I feel like should be flexed out. I don't know. Is it too late to flex it out?
I think it is.
Bro, what do you mean, bro? Ben DiNucci is honestly at the same level.
That's right. Gucci DiNucci. I'm sorry. I'm actually becoming a Ben DiNucci stan account. I already told Aaron. I might make my Twitter and Instagram just a Ben DiNucci stan account. Like Lemeter's got his daily Jimmy G.
Hey, I don't run that. No one knows that.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, the anonymous account that Lemeter is really good friends with. Daily Jimmy G. We'll cut the first part out.
Bro, how can Lemeter run Daily Jimmy G?
If he doesn't. Aaron, I cut it out.
I don't.
Lemeter's really good friends with that one Daily Jimmy G account that the one guy who posts a lot of pictures of Jimmy G. I would run personally Daily Ben DiNucci account until Jameis Winston gets traded to the Cowboys. That would be my. But all right, enough said about that. Eagles, Cowboys. Lemita already said he thinks it's going to be the Eagles. I am leaning towards the Eagles as well. But, it doesn't matter. I always go with the pick. You guys get to choose against it. And you know the deal. 1.00 brain. Which side is going to be brain? Which side is going to be 1.00?
I'm assuming I'm going to go brain is going to be the Eagles.
Okay, brain is the Eagles. That means 1.00 will be the Cowboys. Last week, we also had some controversy with the pick falling on the floor. We didn't know what that meant. Still worked out. So, I guess it's fine. The floor still means it's fine. And which one was brain again?
Brain was the Eagles.
All right, so we're going with the Cowboys because it's 1.00.
Oh.
It's 1.00. The Cowboys, Gucci Danucci. That is who I'm
going
with.
Wait. Brain was the Cowboys. The brain was the Cowboys.
No, I said brain was Eagles. You can review the tapes.
Oh,
I said brain
really?
was Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn
I just wanted to make it a little dramatic by having Aaron tell me what brain was, just to be like, this is the opposite. All right, Aaron. I went with the Cowboys as the pick did.
All right.
3-3. Just wanted to remind everybody. Don't doubt the pick. That 1 week didn't count. That when the Patriots, because they got delayed.
Yeah, because we tried to double stack it, and it
doesn't work. Yeah,
picks for the current week. It doesn't count for games that are postponed.
How would it know it? It doesn't. It doesn't know COVID. The picks don't get COVID. It didn't know about COVID.
It didn't know. COVID. So it's 3-3. So I will continue to pick with the pick until it is wrong. Until it's wrong for the first time, then I'll be like, okay, well, maybe it's not 100%. But as of right now, it is 3-3. And Buzz, remember in the group chat when before Todd Gurley scored that touchdown, you were just like the COVID. What'd you say? The pick is on life support right now, and I said I texted you. Matthew Stafford's about to pull a comeback. Believe in the pick. And then what exactly happened? So with just how amazing that was, I guess Ben DiNucci. I'm a Carson Wentz hater. Do I think he's worse than Ben DiNucci? No. But maybe for this one game he will be. So hey, let's go with the pick. Fuck it, dude. Cowboys.
That moment right there, honestly, was the equivalent of like Jesus on the fucking crucifix where he's revived, and that was literally the moment. Like I thought it was dead. I thought the pick was dead. I thought it wasn't gonna happen. I thought the Falcons were winning it. And at that moment when Todd Gurley crossed the plane, and that's when it's like, holy shit, the pick is real. I'm a believer. Gucci Danucci. Exactly. All right, Lemita. Are you a believer?
I could really use a competitive advantage here and go with the Eagles. But you know what? I've never picked against the pick. So the Cowboys. Let's do
Gucci Danucci. All right, we're all team Gucci Danucci. I like that.
Let's go. Like I'm telling you. That amazing Matthew Stafford comeback because of the pick.
It is. It legitimately was. It's Moses walking on whatever, or what is it? Jesus walking on water, turning water to wine. Todd Gurley scoring a touchdown. Really the same thing to me, honestly. The miracles, absolute miracles. All right, let's finish this off with the Drew Lock debates. Aaron, why don't you go first?
Wait, timer.
We got to get the timer out.
Oh yeah, of course. What are we gonna do now? Because before we've been saying that this is like the election type of thing. Elections happen in next week.
We'll just keep it going.
Yeah, we'll just keep it going.
It's 2020. We can do whatever
There's no segment. Yeah. The segment doesn't relate to anything anymore. It's just a segment. It's a standalone segment now. Yeah. We've done it too many times.
Right.
It's a standalone segment.
Aaron, your time starts.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Now.
Before I even get into what game I'm even doing, I just want to say that currently I have the best record when it comes to Drew Lock picks. I've hit them 3 times. Not bragging. I'm just trying to get you on my side here. And with that being said, the team that's coming off the momentum with the pick after that amazing comeback, Detroit Lions. The Indianapolis Colts. They were playing the Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers not playing well. That being said, the Colts defense looks pretty good, but they weren't playing anyone. They weren't playing anyone good. That defense, just all those stats everyone's talking about, maybe a little overrated. Defoe's there. He's doing all right. Matthew Stafford came out slinging it. Honestly, Buzz, your guy, Matt Patricia, he's leading this Lions team. The Lions honestly don't have, in my opinion, I think they're a pretty mediocre team. Last year, they almost beat the Chiefs. If this team can put it together, I think they can actually have a legit shot at making the playoffs in the wild card. So Matthew Stafford, I feel like, is definitely way better quarterback than Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has been struggling. The Lions have all the momentum going. I've been a guy I picked momentum before and it's gone in my favor. So just keep that in mind. Lions over the Colts, locking it in. Drew Lock pick.
Okay. Wow. That's
no, I'm a big Colts believer. I'll pass on Aaron. Sorry. I know we've been on the same page, but we're likely to not.
No. Last week it didn't work with 2 weeks ago it didn't work with the Browns. So
yeah. The one thing is Darius Leonard is back. He's pretty much it's sounding like he's gonna be back. Michael Pittman Jr. can be back as well, one of my guys. DeForest Buckner, you brought up one of my guys. I'm a Colts guy.
You are a Colts guy.
I was a Washington football team guy, and I went against the Washington football team last week and it bit me in the ass. I think I got to go with my teams, man. I got to go with my Colts.
Got to go with
I'm
the Colts.
sorry,
It's respectable. It's respectable, but I got a gut feeling Matty Stafford.
I was actually going to say that my third pick that I was like, I kept secret. It was actually going to be Matt Patricia because I thought of the, he'd have his fucking, what is it? Not an RV. What is that called? The ATV. He had his ATV. And I was like, that could be good in the Hunger Games. That was going to be my third pick, actually. If we were going to do 3 head coaches. Just wanted to put that out there.
I see.
Lemire, do you want to go or I can go? Up to you.
I don't know, man.
You sounded so depressed.
You seem pretty confident in your pick, Lemire. Go ahead. You can go second.
Right. I forgot what my pick was, but
that's good. That's solid.
That's good.
I remember it now because the Saints are playing this week. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you do that on purpose or did you really forget? Did you set that up?
No, I did that on purpose. Oh man. All right. My time starts now. Yeah, it started. All right. So the New Orleans Saints are back in action. I think they had a bye last week. I think so. The week before. I don't know.
You picked the Panthers over them.
No, you picked them against the Panthers.
Yeah. They barely won. They won. Lucky. Anyway, so
I mean, it happened 3 weeks in a row, so I don't think it's lucky.
Back in action. Mike Thomas might not play. We don't know what's up with that fella. So Drew Brees, noodle arm versus Nick BDN Foles, and he did play quite badly against the really good team called the Rams, but I think he improves. I think Allen Robinson improved. He might not play either, but that defense is just too good to be stopped. Why am I slurring my words? I don't know, but it feels good, and that means the Bears are gonna beat the Saints. Time up.
Did you take some pills before you went on your rant? Because it changed really quickly. It went really quick.
It went from really fast to just really slow.
Yeah.
I'm not taking your pick. Who Dat Nation?
Oh, okay. I just want to say.
Sorry, I just wanted to replicate that.
I mean, you've picked against the Saints for your Drew Lock pick every week. I mean, to be fair, when you picked against the Saints when it's not been your Drew Lock pick, you've been right. But when you put the Drew Lock pick, it just hasn't gone your way. But I feel like this one is probably the most realistic out of all of them, just because I think the Bears honestly have a pretty decent shot at being the Saints, if I'm being honest.
They have one of the best defenses. But
they do.
Nick Foles had some serious shrinkage on Monday night.
And then Drew Brees is not noodle arm Drew Brees. He can still sling it if he wants to. I'm taking the New Orleans Saints over the Bears. I'm sorry, Lemire. I like to hop on your bandwagon, but I just can't right now because, it's been a pattern. You pick against the Saints for the Drew Lock pick and it just doesn't come true. I mean, they just almost lose, but they don't. So,
yeah. No hard feelings, Matt.
It's okay. They're I mean, obviously, they're not my favorite team.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Speaking of noodle arm, sorry,
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Just wanted to see Lemire's reaction there. Okay. We saved the best one for last. The Miami
you
Dolphins.
Get 30 seconds today. You get 30 seconds.
What?
Today.
Whoa.
It's just because you're
Your time starts.
Okay,
now.
fine. I don't need that. Miami Dolphins versus the Los Angeles Frauds. Jared Goff more like listen, Jared Goff more like Jared Trough because that's how shitty his spiral is. You can piss in that. I don't know. I couldn't make any other analogies or comparison to his.
It's a pretty piss poor spiral.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. Just the Rams, they're overrated. I call them frauds. They're overrated. Their defense is not bad. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, those guys are there. Cooper Kupp, hate his guts. Robert Woods fumbled on the goal line, or fumbled and
on the opposite goal line.
Not on the opposite goal line. Almost got the Bears back in the game, kind of there. Jared Goff, shitty spiral, man. It's wobbling around. That shit's drunk. I mean, it's not looking good. It's looking like Mardi Gras. It's looking like someone at the end of Mardi Gras, fucking walking around Bourbon Street. You don't want anybody like that. But
10.
It's just the Miami Dolphins. Tua, he's gonna come in there, some fresh infusion. That they beat the Niners. Niners are a good team now. And I'm just gonna pander to you a little bit. They beat them. It's gonna be good. Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, Myles Gaskins, Tua.
Oh, Myles Gaskin.
Oh, and the Dolphins beat the Niners, and the Niners beat the Rams. So what does that say?
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
All right,
okay, Lemire. No,
let's not the meter.
I like the Rams, but Boaz has made a very compelling argument. But Boaz,
Jared Trough, the Jared Trough.
Boaz is an ass, so I'm gonna. I'll think about it. Give me 10 seconds.
His piss trough and his piss poor spiral. Ayo.
I'm gonna go.
Dude, I saw you were a little convinced when I said Jared Goff more like Jared Trough. I saw like in your eyes you were
that was
rhyming.
Excellent point.
Rhyming sways us. You
I made a bar today. Wait, before we say anything, before I make my verdict, you guys have to tell me how you like my album cover. No, I was texting someone and I made a rhyme and I said I'm super lucky, like I'm Lucky Charms, and that's my album cover for my next studio album.
Andrew Lucky. Wait, but you don't have a single or anything. Me. So you're just gonna start off with an album?
It's coming out. Yeah. Straight into an album. No.
Dante Pettis' breakup song coming soon. What?
That was all right. Yeah, Lemire never wanted to do. I thought that was an excellent idea. Like I thought a breakup song for Dante Pettis would have been hilarious.
I think.
Unfortunately, Boaz, I cannot go against the Rams because I like the team. I like Jared Trough. So I'm going to stick with that team. Sorry, Buzz. Very compelling argument, but not today.
I was going to say I'm 0 for, as Aaron started off with saying he's 3. I'm going to say this. I'm 0. I'm bound to get 1. That's going to be my
He is bound to get 1. You are bound to get. See, Lemire's in the middle. He doesn't have that argument. He's just like,
exactly.
Hey, you're bound to get 1.
I've already got mine.
Exactly. Yeah, Lemire's like, I could honestly just get 1 the whole season. I mean, what are the chances that I get none the whole season, right? That's what I'm gonna say.
Pretty damn high. It's you.
I mean, we're all gonna get losing records by the end of the season in these picks. So I mean, all right. Anyways, so Boaz,
right,
Boaz. Hey,
yes.
I love the Dolphins. I think they are going to be very good next year or the year after.
You love some Brian Flores.
I think he's a fantastic coach. I think he's I really loved what he got out of that team at the end. But there's one problem that's making it tough. And anyways, but the Dolphins also in a very good position because they have the Texans' first round pick next year to like.
They don't need they don't need a tank.
They really don't actually. Anyways, but with that being said, there's one problem, and that problem is Tua, and I don't think Tua is a bad quarterback or at any stand because he hasn't played yet. But he hasn't played yet. He's a Trubisky, but he hasn't played. I feel like,
in fact, Aaron has him in fantasy.
I do. I'm going to hog him for the rest of the future in Dynasty League. Like, if he becomes like the best quarterback of all time, you can offer me anything. And just for the meme, I'm just going to hog him. So just not even. I'm going to have Lamar Jackson too, so I'm just not even going to play him. Anyways, that's besides the point. Don't know why I'm talking about that. I would have been with you if Ryan Fitzpatrick was starting this game. I would have been with you. But this is Tua's first game coming off the hip surgery. I mean, those two passes, they were good 2 passes, not going to lie. But I really want to go with you.
He sat at the stadium once everyone left. He sat at the stadium and FaceTimed his mom and cried.
I really want to go with you. I really want to go with you because I think the Dolphins are going to be great. I love that organization. I love B-Flow. I love Fitzpatrick. I actually rooting for Tua.
The Rams are frauds, right?
Rams are frauds. Everything's pointing in the Rams' direction. And that's why I'm going with the goddamn Miami Dolphins, baby. Let's go.
Fucking go. Let's put Aaron. I like that. Let's start a new thing. Let's start a new streak. Aaron, me and you. Let's start this new.
I really don't think they're gonna win, and that's why they're gonna win. I'm not gonna be with my gut 100% of the time.
Aaron, do you see that on the wall right there? Aaron, do you see that on the fucking wall?
Balls are on the wall. It's Tua time, baby. It's Tua time, baby.
Aaron, there's 2 sets of balls, 4 balls on the wall. Me and you right there. Drew Lock Hawking balls on the wall.
I honestly didn't. Honestly, my take has been the Dolphins didn't need to start Tua for the whole year because they got Fitzpatrick and let that dude recover from that car crash hip injury. But they're playing him against Aaron Donald. Questionable decision, but fuck it, they're winning. Let's go.
All right. I mean, I think that's it. We've covered everything. We've done a lot. We did the trade rumors.
Yeah.
Some very interesting.
Man.
Very interesting stuff. Yeah.
Man, I just got my Matt Breida jersey we were memeing about.
Yeah.
I really wish I could just give it away. Like I could just have a giveaway or something.
Oh. But what if like it was like really like high profile players, and what if it was like, what if we combine what if you got to participate like Aaron? What if you weren't on the Muffed Podcast and you got the opportunity to participate in something with the Muffed Podcast, like maybe on the game show?
But how are you?
Or maybe Drew Lock picks and our pick 'em every week.
But if you're not part of the Muffed Podcast, how can you be a part of the Muffed Podcast?
Well, I know somebody who knows a lot about the website. Take it away, Lemire.
All right, so we got a bumper giveaway coming as Aaron and Boaz played that really well. I got to give you guys that. Anyways, I like the clapping emoji. There we go. But yes, we got a bumper giveaway coming. We're not going to say which players exactly, but there's 3 prizes.
High profile.
2 signed jerseys, and they're already in our possession, right? We got
Is that 2 signed jerseys?
Yes, sir.
Not 1, not 2. Not 3. It's not 3. It's 2.
The third prize is yet to be decided, but it's gonna be good.
Lemeter, how can I win these signed jerseys?
Yes, I'm getting to that. So we're gonna have a weekly pick'em on our website under the titles yet to come. Pick'em contest. That's gonna be the title.
Muffsports.com.
Yeah, on muffsports.com, and we're gonna be posting weekly updates through our Instagram and our Twitter. The rules will be on the website, but. At the Muffed, yes. The rules will be on the website, but I'll give a quick rundown. So you'll pick a Drew Lock pick every week, right? Pick an underdog over 2.5. That's the exact rule, right? Right. And then pick every game of the week from weeks 9 to 17. Top 16 people in divisions. The divisions, that's hard.
Wait, but Lemeter, but how will the divisions? Yeah, how will that work, Lemeter?
Right. So we're getting a couple of our friends to join us. And you're going to be seated based on who's referred you to the giveaway. It's either the guys from the Muffed Podcast.
We're available there, yeah.
The 3 handsome gentlemen from this podcast. Or right now we got our friend Raj and a couple others joining us.
Raj from RSF 49ers?
Wow. It's crazy.
Whoa. I follow that account. That's crazy.
So yes, do that, and there will be 2 extra questions where you can get 2 extra points. One would be a password from the Muffed Podcast, so this podcast going on right now
every week,
and one would be an article for the week where there will be a password in the article. So if you listen and read,
don't fucking scroll to the bottom. Hey, wait, don't. I know you fucking asshole. Don't scroll to the bottom. I know who you are. Don't scroll to the fucking bottom and think it's gonna be there because we're gonna hide that shit.
Yes, that's a good point. So, but we're gonna hook you guys up, and we're gonna put the first password in the announcement, and it is Lucky Charms because my album cover. Lucky Charms is the first password. All right, Lucky space Charms, no capitals. All right, or no capitals.
We'll figure it out.
If you mess that up, yes. All right, yeah, but that's it.
Wow, and I'm gonna make this announcement right now. 4th place gets my signed Jose Altuve baseball card that I'm trying to get rid of.
Whoa.
So,
wow.
I don't have. Okay, I lied. It's not signed. I just have a Jose Altuve baseball card. So 4th place. Hey, if you want that.
5th place. Actually, Lemeter has been very graciously. He said that you can pick his tattoo for his ass. He'll be doing an ass tattoo. Wow. 5th place will get to decide. Yeah, very gracious.
Yes,
right. It's honestly, it feels like it's harder to get 5th than 1st. So I mean, like
that's where my thinking was at. Yeah. But with that being said, we've discussed a wide range of topics. We started off pretty normal, and it's kind of it's went down a rabbit hole, a shit hole, however you want to refer to it. But we got here to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Jared Goff, Jerry Trough, Lucky Charms. Remember that as the first code. Stay tuned for the giveaway because this shit's gonna be big, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Oh,
it's 2 a season.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.